I'm gonna potentially, I guess, set myself up to be one of those clips that you play back and you go, see how wrong this guy was. I don't think there's a real possibility Bill Belichick is not coaching week 1 of this upcoming season. Even though Pablo Torre, who and his podcast, Pablo Torre Finds Out, have been at the center of all of this because he's been sourcing and making some reports about Bill Belichick and his relationship to Jordan Hudson and Hudson's relationship with the football program. Pablo Torre has made it very clear that he thinks there's a real possibility that that Bill Belichick will not be coaching week 1. I would be wildly surprised if he's not coaching week 1. Now, I know what the counter to that is. How many wildly surprising things around Bill Belichick need to happen before you stop being wildly surprised? Because you would have been surprised if so much of this happened. True. But I also think, and as much as this is unusual, I still think Bill Belichick is a football psycho. Regardless of how much he may have changed in his personal life or how much he's changed in his, I still think he is a guy who just recognizes that he is happier when he has a football team to coach. Now, the contract did set them up for this speculation because the buyout drops from $10 million, so Belichick would have to pay $10 million to leave and do something else or not coach the Tar Heels, down to $1 million on June 1st, right? So in a little over half a month, it'll drop, which is weird to do that before your first season, but I just don't think he's going to take advantage of it. And there was an interview conducted today that can be found, Dennis, make sure I get all this information correct, at WRAL.com.
Yep.
It was conducted by WRAL.com and WRAL TV. Our colleague, Brian Murphy, who is a friend of the show, WRAL sports investigative reporter, was able to sit down and have a conversation with Bill Belichick at the ACC meetings that are going on currently at Amelia Island in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The reason why I bring it up is because obviously working for the him being one of our colleagues, we got the video, got to watch it, and something stood out to me. And I'm going to play a few clips for you here, but if you want to catch the entirety of the conversation, WRAL.com is where the entirety of the video lives.
By the way, Murphy says at the beginning of the video, you were told, can't talk about Jordan Hudson.
Yep.
Like, cannot be asked, do not mention anything about her, no questions regarding it.
And that's going to play into what I noticed here. So he was asked if he was surprised by the attention UNC is getting, and including in that being chosen and given the opportunity to go to Ireland to start the 2026 season. Here's Belichick's answer.
Well, that's a long way off. We got a full season ahead of us before that. But, yeah, that'll be exciting. But, no, the support's been amazing. The alumni, Carolina fans, and great response from, the players, the people there that are on the football staff and on the team. How hard they worked and their commitment to, to doing the best they can and try to put a good team together.
That's a very Bill Belichick answer. That's old school Bill Belichick. Well, let's continue with more of the conversation between Brian Murphy of WRAL and Bill Belichick. Something like, let's start with turning over the roster, right? A lot of transfers and getting everyone on the same page in just a couple of weeks of training camp coming up. Here's Belichick's response.
Not dissimilar to the model that we've had in the NFL, where after the draft and free agency signing and all that, you bring in about a third of your team is brand new, and so we'll be somewhere in that range when we start fall camp. But we'll have a couple months with them here in the summer, and we've had a good spring with a lot of these guys as well. So it is what it is. I mean, all schools are have a similar situation, maybe not quite the same numbers, but some degree of freshmen coming in, transfer portals, some more than others, but we'll take it as it comes, and excited to have the players that we have and work with them.
That's another Bill Belichick answer, isn't it? Now, I can tell you, and you should go check it out, WRAL.com, check out the video. Bill was looking comfortable, a little button-up action, the lighting, they're down in Florida, they're vibing. But if you told me he was wearing a Patriots cut-off hoodie making these answers, I would have believed you. We'll play one more for you before I get to my overall reaction. He was asked by Brian Murphy, WRL sports investigative reporter, about the Gio Lopez addition, the quarterback coming out of the transfer portal, and the competition that may be having at that position. And Belichick in full Belichick fashion, talked about competition at all positions.
Well, the competition is always in the hands of the players. I can't control performance, so we'll give everybody an opportunity, let the players compete, and we'll see how it all turns out. But, we're excited to have the competition not only at quarterback, but really at most every position on the field. And again, it'll be up to the players to perform and earn those spots. Everything will be earned, and we're not handing anything out. It'll be competitive, and the guys will get what they earn. And they're all competed hard. They're working hard, and so look forward to seeing what that brings.
Another Belichick answer. Belichickian, whatever you want to call it. And by the way, thank you to Brian Murphy and WRAL, WRAL.com, if you want to watch the entirety of the conversation. Here's my take. That caveat, that qualifier that Brian said at the beginning of the video, right? The prior arrangement, whatever you want to call it, the stipulations were that we not bring up Jordan Hudson in this conversation. If you're not allowed to talk about Jordan Hudson, if she's not part of the story, Belichick sounds like Belichick. If you're not allowed to bring up, or you have to avoid the romantic relationship he has made public with Jordan Hudson, Belichick sounds like the guy that we all thought UNC hired. That's, to me, fantastic news for UNC. It's kind of, and I don't even know if this is the exact way to go with it, but I feel like it's a very young adult thing, like early 20s, maybe even college, where you have a buddy that gets in a relationship, right? Starts dating a girl, and he just stinks when she's around, and then when she's not, look at that, you're back to being our buddy, right? His name's probably like if it's Michael Jones, you call him Jonesy, but when she's around, oh, hi, Michael. No, we call him Jonesy. What are you doing? She's like, Michael, can you help me? Michael, right? Michael's not fun. Jonesy is the man, right? It's kind of like,
brother, this guy stinks.
By the way, I don't even want to say he stinks. I just want to say he's different, right? That's not the guy we know. That's some other guy that lives in your world, and that's great. But the guy we know is different. Belichick, look, you're not allowed to talk about Jordan Hudson. He's talking about, it's not just competition at quarterback, it's competition at all positions, and we're just going to try to get better, and we're excited to work, and we're going to get better each day. And blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, there's our guy. There's Jonesy. There's Billy B. If you're allowed to talk about Jordan Hudson, suddenly he's being interrupted, and they're cutting off questions, and there's not allowed to do this, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not the guy we know. We know the football cyborg that only talks about getting better and only talks about improving the roster and competition and all these things that we love about sports. That might have been the key. And I know that UNC came out and said, they have not banned Jordan Hudson from any part of the facility, and while she doesn't work for the university, she's welcome in the facility. After seeing that interview, I kind of get it. If somebody that had a professional interest in UNC having a great football team this year, and this is just me talking now, if somebody that had a professional interest in UNC having a great football team this year saw the way Bill Belichick handled an interview with CBS Sunday Morning when Jordan Hudson was a part of it, and then seeing the way he handled the interview with Brian Murphy, I'd go, I want the guy that talked to Brian Murphy. That's what I want. So if all it takes is kind of maybe a little separation, not like, I'm not talking about in their relationship, I'm just saying, hey, when you're doing football, maybe she's not around, I would try to make it happen. Because I want the football cyborg that we know from 20-some odd years with the Patriots. That's the dude that I would be wildly excited about to lead my group of young Tar Heels.